Hello, hello, and welcome to Raw Babes 101. I am, and Tiffany is your host. Doing it a little bit different today. I was like, always see the same. Anyhow, we have an amazing special guest, and her name is Cheryl.
Hi, guys.
Hello. So, this amazing boss babe and mama is the owner and operator of Skin District. And her sister as well.
Yes.
You got a pretty amazing family thing going on.
Mm-hmm. So it's me and my sister as owners, and then I have my younger sister, Carmel, who's the lash tech.
Ooh.
Yeah, so super exciting. And then I have two estheticians that work there as well, Mandy and Adiola.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You have a whole team of boss
We
babes.
do.
Love it.
How is it working with sisters?
It's okay.
Love this. Tiffany, good question.
That's a very good question.
Good question, girl.
Had to
It's
ask.
okay.
I know working with families can be very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with me and Cass, because we've always been very good with working with one another. Like I'm a Capricorn, she's a Taurus, so we work really well. Like I think for compatibility, and then the two of us with our younger sister sometimes can get a little bit out of control.
What sign is she?
Scorpio.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, like my
So-
daughter.
Yeah, Scorpio,
She's a wild
So
fire,
she
fire,
is a wild
right?
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scorpio's fire, right?
Yeah, I think it's
I
Scorpio.
don't know.
fire.
Actually, it is because
Wild
Tiffany and
child.
I both have our moons are Scorpio.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think
Wildfire.
it's different. I feel like with me and Cass, we're workaholics, and Carmel, she's more balance. So she balances
That's
us out
good.
too, which is really good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So it
love
makes
how
it
you said
easier.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes with us being older, we're like go 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 go, and like no nonstop with the kids and with work, and then with Carmel, she's like, you need to find balance.
Does
She
she
make
does
me
Carmela
happy.
have kids?
No, she doesn't. She's
See,
only
oh,
23.
cool.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of
That's so
cool
great.
because I find
So-
my friends that don't have kids, and I'm like, wow, like cleaning, and they're like, sit the fuck down. Just sit down for a minute. Just have a drink with me or just chill. Like, watch
She's
a
like,
movie.
just calm down.
I'm like, I got.
right. Yeah. When do we ever stop? It's like there's always
Yeah.
something to do.
The energy, I think sometimes, like even like, you know, if me and Cassie are in a house together, like doing dinner and stuff, it's just like the energy's so high. And then Carmel comes in, she's like, whoa.
She's like, I'm out.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know if I can do this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love
So-
that.
It's good.
Well, when it comes to, I mean, I was reading this book Kristen recommended, what was it, Superior Man?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
read
the
that one. You're
superior
telling me
man.
about.
Let me just
It
talk
is
about
so
him.
good, but it does talk a lot about like any kind of relationship, how there's a feminine and masculinity attraction,
Yeah.
whether it's just like energy anyways, it doesn't have to be just lovers, but it's
Yeah.
really interesting to understand people's work dynamic
Yeah.
in the way that they show up, like what energy are they showing up as,
Yeah.
you know, so
Totally.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe your sister's coming in with that more flowy, feminine energy, and you and Cassie are just like, let's get this shit
Masculine.
done. Let's
Yeah.
roll.
I think
We got
so.
shit to do. We
Masculine
got
energy.
business to be
Yeah.
had. But I must say, as I actually recently went in and saw Cheryl and had an amazing treatment, which we'll talk about. And I felt you had a very calming presence, and like even when you're doing the procedure on me, it wasn't at all like let's get this done. It was
Yeah.
very beautiful and peaceful.
It's
So
my spa voice.
you have yes,
You do
I
have
have
a
a
really nice
spa
spa
voice.
voice.
and I have to comment on that because my dad had a treatment as well, and my mom,
Yeah.
and my dad was like, just told her, he's like, your voice is like just amazing.
He
Like
did
just
say that. I know.
yeah.
And it's so funny because like I want to say 4 years ago when I did this microblading course, and it was actually Rachel from Sour Apple. I don't know if you know her.
Yes,
I've heard of her. Yeah.
Yeah.
familiar.
She's so sweet, and
Super
she was
sweet.
teaching me how to do microblading, and this was like the beginning of my me
Evolution?
like kind of like dipping my foot into like esthetician and like doing and learning how to do brows. And she was talking about this spa voice, and I was like, what is she talking about? I was like, what does she mean spa voice? And now that I'm in this, like, and I'm like, I get the spa voice.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah.
Because that is a make or break it.
Yeah.
And I love hearing like people's like meditation voices when you get a guided meditation and the voice is just doesn't resonate with you. It's hard to like get in the
there.
zone.
Yeah.
Right? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, touch your heart. Sorry.
I know.
That's not hot. That's
No.
not hot.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love it.
You almost need this like calming. Like I feel like, and I can feel my energy when I go into like even like doing facials for clients. Because I'm always go, and I rush sometimes into the store, and I'm like, okay, just breathe, calm down, and I try to like switch that energy, and I'm like, just breathe, and I literally have to like almost meditate or like go through like a breathing session for myself before I go in with my client, so that I'm not like releasing that like heavy like that crazy energy of like, oh, let's get this done and let's do this
because your mind's not even in the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's good for you
I
that
did
you do that.
worked in a spa for years, and you're right. Like, I think it does make, and I didn't know this before, like when I did work with clients like that, but coming in like saying something like a mantra, like I am calm, I am present, I am here. I'm ready to
That's a really good idea.
give as a gift and receive, you know,
totally.
and that literally will just knock you down a few notches and humble the shit out of you.
Right?
Totally.
Out of your energy.
No.
And you're definitely doing it because I didn't feel anything and I felt super calm during my procedure. Yeah. Which there's a few tips and tricks of what to do and not to do.
The Scarlett's not the I feel like I guess we can kind of tell them what the Scarlett's
let's get into it.
What is the
get
Scarlet?
into this.
So the Scarlett's microneedling with radio frequency. So I would say it would be like mild to moderate pain. I don't know how you felt about it, but for myself, like I have a really high pain tolerance. So when I got the treatment done on myself, I felt like barely anything. Like it was a couple of points that were quite spicy where I'm like, oh, okay. But it's like a few seconds of that like uncomfortableness, right? It's the needles going into your skin and then letting out the radio frequency that gives you that like spicy feeling in your skin. But we fully numb you, and so you get fully numb with lidocaine for about 40 minutes, and then after that we start the treatment. But I think that calming voice that we have is like the easy way of getting people to not feel the pain, because sometimes even like the atmosphere of if it's too heightened, then you're when I notice when someone comes in from right after work and they're stressed, it's like automatically I can tell them like, okay, well, you're gonna feel a lot more than if you were to come in here calm and peaceful and relaxed.
You know what, that 40 minutes with having that numbing cream on, having a little bit of music and just laying there gets you into like, okay, I'm here, I'm present, I'm gonna be getting this treatment. And then just even talking with you, like we had like a full-on counseling session. We're just like,
it's always like therapy.
Yeah, so it's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
And then for me, when I was laying there, got into the zone. Yeah. And then how many needles were going into my face?
So 24 needles.
Yeah. So it's basically like this machine. It's a square, right? Yeah. And then Cheryl was putting this onto my face, and she's doing it into like little sections and pressing on the pedal, and then it goes in and out. But when it goes in, so you feel kind of like the prick in, and then it's a little bit of a zzz kind of thing, and then it comes back out. And the biggest thing that you do not want to do is be on your period.
No,
or close to
not.
it.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Because it heightens it.
Yes, it does.
So it just so happened that I wanted to feel a little extra.
Yes.
That day.
I actually told me, I was like, oh no.
I was like,
oh shit.
I'm like, oh, I have a high pain tolerance. I'm fine.
No, it's different when you're like close to your period or on your period.
So a tip is just make sure you're around that. Like you said,
time.
What, 2
about
3
a
days?
week? Yeah, 2 or 3 days on either end of it. You're fine. Yeah.
And the thing is, I did it. It was fine. There was some spicy like sections, and the most amazing thing about this treatment, you guys, is it goes right underneath your eye and your eyelids.
Yeah. It's
my
the
eyelids.
only machine that's Health Canada approved that allows us to go under the eye and on your eyelids. Any other microneedling radio frequency machine, you can only go up close to the occipital. I can't even talk right now. Occipital bone?
No, occipital's at the back of the brain.
What's it called? I can't even think of the name right now.
Cheekbone? I don't even.
It's that's the closest, the highest you can go up is where your cheekbone. Yeah. You can't go in under your. Yeah.
So do you know like what is it doing to the skin, just to tell everybody?
So pretty much all we're doing is control damage to your skin. Yeah. The needles are going inside. It's creating almost like a teardrop effect inside your skin, and as your skin's trying to heal, what happens is it's sending fibroblast cells to that area.
What's a fibroblast?
So fibroblast cells are cells that create more collagen.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh.
So that's what we want. This is because as we turn 30, so I think I'll
be 40.
Yeah, so as, like in your mid 30s or even as you're turning 40,
I'm only 29.
our collagen levels start to take a dip.
Yes.
And so all we're doing, it's like kind of like going to the gym. Like, you know, when you're in high school, your metabolism is really high, but then as you get older, your metabolism goes down. So the same thing with your collagen levels. It's really high as you're younger, and then it goes down.
Hold on a second. We've got this. I gotta shut the door.
That's all right.
Oh my gosh. Father, isn't it?
He's
Father.
blowing the leaves.
His face.
He's like, oh dear.
He's like, fuck.
Shit.
He's so funny.
Oh my god, my dad is so cute. He's just like, ah! I'm like, we're recording! Okay, sorry about that.
So all we're doing is we're trying to get your collagen level to peak. So what we're doing is control damage, and then it's creating more fibroblast cells, which in turn is creating more collagen, so it's going to give you that lifting effect.
Oh.
And so that's why you come in every, like, so if you're under the age of 40, you're going to come in every 4 weeks. Like, that's going to be the length in between treatments. Mm-hmm. And then if you're in your 50s, you're going to come every 5 weeks. And then if you're over 60, it's going to be every 6 weeks. Because that's how that's your based on your collagen production.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking the older you get, the more often you would be coming in. But it's
no, because your skin takes about, like, so if you're in your 60s and you're getting the treatment done, it takes your skin about 6 weeks to fully heal.
Okay.
So that's when it gets you to that highest peak, like the highest like collagen levels.
Awesome.
And then you kind of want to go in there again and be like, hey, come on, let's get more collagen going. Like you're trying to build it up that way.
So do you have before and after pictures on your website?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Yes, we have lots of before and after pictures, and then even on mostly Instagram, we have lots of before and afters.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's actually incredible because I've only had one treatment.
Yeah.
And like just even underneath my neck right here, that's where you said that I was going to notice it the most.
Yeah.
And even just like with my makeup off, the complexion's
tone,
looking different.
texture.
The tone, like on my mom and dad, I was just
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
And I know it's not just like a wham bam, thank you ma'am, one time thing. And what you said to me was next level. It's like Cheryl said, she's like, it's like going to the damn gym.
Yes.
You're not going to go to the gym one freaking day and lose 10 pounds.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go and have one treatment and then just look like,
have a face
you know,
lift.
you're having a face lift.
Yeah.
It's like time, dedication, and maintenance.
Yes.
And it's like, do what you can.
Consistency.
Yeah.
That's a key. I know a lot of people, like, you know, especially in the beauty industry, people want it, like, it's like, I guess because we're in that McDonald's generation where you're like, you need it now, it has to happen right now.
Oh, I like that theory. McDonald's generation.
Ooh,
Right?
yeah, I've never. Good.
I
I've
feel
never
like
heard
it's
that.
like we're in that like generation where everyone wants it today, and it's like if I want something now, I have to get it now.
Yeah.
But it like so many things in life, you kind of have to work at it, and you have to, like, you know, even go to the gym. Like if you lose 5 pounds, you're not gonna be like, oh, this 5 pounds it's gonna stay off forever.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep working at it to kind of keep it off, just start getting tone. And so it's the same thing with your skin. Is a lot of people don't realize that there's skin health, and you want to, like, you know, help your skin to be healthier. So a lot of the times, like, I even try to, I'm not a naturopathic person, like I'm not a naturopath whatsoever, but I do try to give advice to my clients that come in with like acne problems, for example, or eczema or psoriasis. I always tell them, I was like, it's to do with your gut.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I can do everything on the outside for you to help it to feel better, to like calm the inflammation or to take down the inflammation. But if you don't take care of what you're eating or what you're doing with your diet,
It's everything.
yeah, it's like us taking like one step forward and then we're going 10 steps back.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're like mowing down like Mars bars and like
Anything that's not going to help your gut or your hormone levels,
100%.
which really starts with your gut anyway.
So I think that's the one thing at Skin District is we're very we're advocates for skin health.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
not just like, you know, not just giving you that transformation, but also making sure that you're really taking care of the health of your skin.
Which is a direct indication of what's going on inside the body.
Yes.
Really
Yes.
is.
Huge. That's
And a
awesome.
quick tip from earlier when Cheryl mentioned something about the machine being able to go up to the eye, and a lot of machines don't, is because the skin around the eye is the thinnest skin on the body.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very, very sensitive
Area.
area. bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Little a tip from Tiffany.
Love it. So, okay, what other things do you offer?
So we have things like body contouring. So we do like forma. We also have like lots of people like doing the like fat, like so kind of like cool sculpting, but with heat. So body effects. I don't know when you were working at the spa, if they had any kind of treatments like that.
They were just coming out.
Yeah.
They were just coming out, and then the cool sculpting wasn't even out yet.
Yeah. So instead of cool sculpting, we decided that we wanted to go with body effects because we kind of looked at it in a sense where heat melts fat and cool freezes fat. So if your body's meant to metabolize something, it's usually easier to metabolize something that's liquid versus something that's a solid.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
Right? So that's kind of why we went with the body effects. So lots of people ask me, they're like, oh, why did you pick body effects, the body effects machine versus a cool sculpting machine?
Yeah.
That's exactly why. Because in my head, it just made more sense that your body would metabolize liquid fat versus
Makes
frozen
me think
fat.
about too, like infrared sauna also.
Oh, love
Yeah.
it.
Right? Like a lot of the things happen from when your body's in a warm state. Like when we're sleeping, our body takes a temperature that actually is quite warm.
Yeah, and it's like even a fever, what a fever does to kids and to us adults. We're not actually meant to take a Tylenol to suppress it. You're actually doing the reverse. It's killing the actual virus in your body.
Yeah.
So your temperatures are elevating. So it makes sense with killing fat off the body.
Yeah.
Isn't it true though with it's the Forma, right? That one also, is that the same base that does the Fractora? Is that a different?
Yes, the same machine that does
that's
the Fractora.
then that's super smart. So I've had Fractora,
Fractora, yeah.
and that was on my stomach after I had cassius.
Yes.
And I noticed a big difference for tightening.
Yeah.
So I've had that done, and that one can also be done on the face, right?
Yes. So, but Fractora is like, so if you want to think of like in terms of generations of like microneedling, so you have your regular microneedling, which would be your first generation, and then you have Fractora, which is what you tried, and that's your second generation for microneedling, and then the third being the Scarlet.
And that's what we just
the treatment that you just used on your face. So the difference between all three is kind of Dr. Na, the guy that created the Scarlet machine, he was actually the first doctor that came up with microneedling.
Oh.
Yeah, and he so when he came up with microneedling, he's like, okay, he came up with this great idea of having needles kind of going superficially over the face and then infusing serums into your face to give you new texture and new tone. And then someone else came up with Fractora, saying that, well, what if we combine microneedling with radio frequency? But then at the time when they came up with Fractora, it's more of a manual stamping motion. So that would be your second generation, where they're manually stamping it into your skin, and it's
with a hammer?
set.
It's more painful, I thought, than the
Scarlet.
Yeah.
That reminds me a lot of like the Thai tattoos.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, they're doing that stamping motion. You're still getting like the same type of effects, but with the Fractora, it's only one set head, like one set tip. So if your provider had a tip in there for like 1.5 millimeters, that's what you're doing all over your face. Or if it was like a 1.0 millimeter tip, then that's all over your face.
So that's basically, I'm just gonna jump in there. That's just how far the needle's going into your face.
Into your skin.
So how would you compare it to the needle that a diabetic would use?
So I think a diabetic is 1.5 or 1.2, isn't it? So it's not very, it doesn't go that deep.
No.
Yeah. So, but the thing is that with the Scarlet, the nice thing is that we can customize it throughout your neck and your face. Like, so like if you are like looking to fix like your, like that double chin under your neck,
it's happening.
We can go in
like
almost like up to like 3 millimeters.
That's what she
So that's what I did with
and she showed me how good.
Yeah, so it goes like quite deep, and then obviously in your face, like in your cheeks especially, you don't really want to melt any kind of like fats in your cheeks, so you don't want to go that deep,
right?
Because you still want to have that lift, right?
Yeah.
On your cheeks, we would do like 1.4 millimeters, and then your forehead with your skin being so thin, and even your under eyes, then we'll do like 1 millimeter or 0.8 millimeter. Okay. So you can literally customize the entire thing.
Yeah.
And then that also, in comparison to the Fractora, it's a motor. That's like the Scarlet has a motor, like it's the manual stamping. Okay.
there's a big difference.
Yeah.
And now that you're describing it, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Especially of how far the needles go in, it makes sense. So good job, Dr.
I think it was Dr. Na.
Dr. Na. Great job.
Yeah.
Thanks for looking after our
Dr.
face.
Na.
Woo! Okay, so you also do like makeup. You also do.
Yeah, so I do I started in the beauty industry 8 years ago, doing makeup for bridal makeup and then grad makeup, and that's kind of how I started all of this. And Cassie, I don't even know why we decided.
I don't even know why.
I don't know why, because we both I had my second child and she had her first, and I had just given birth. I think I was breastfeeding, and I called her in the middle of the night, and I was like, we should open a Medi Spa. And
Perfect.
She's like, that's such a good idea.
Oh, I love
this.
This
was 3 a.m, both of us breastfeeding.
Oh my God, that's amazing. You guys are so cute.
And I'm sending her these ads. I'm like, okay, I can do this class and this class and this class. I remember the first year of my second child being born, I was doing esthetician classes and all these courses, and Cassie would be there with my baby in the car so that I could go down and breastfeed.
Oh,
that was how much we were working together.
I know, boss babes. They're both, and you also had another job.
Yes, and I had another. I was on maternity leave. Yeah, at the time when I was doing my courses on maternity leave, so I felt like I was bored.
Oh my gosh.
With a second child, and I was like, what were we thinking? Cassie's a full-time real estate agent.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So she didn't even she doesn't even take maternity leave, and she was like, yeah, let's do this. We've got this.
Maternity leave, what's that?
Yeah.
I have no
What
chill.
what is that when you're an entrepreneur? There's not when
yeah.
you work for yourself. There's
full
no
time.
Yeah.
It's I know people are like, oh, let's leave my 9-to-5 job to be an entrepreneur, but it's when you become an entrepreneur, you're literally working 24/7.
Yeah.
On on Black Friday, I was up till 3 a.m. trying to fulfill orders and trying to update my website, making sure things weren't freezing and people could put their orders through. And if you had a 9-to-5 job, you could just turn off and go home and watch TV.
Yeah,
but you also
this is your
passion. There's a big piece of I know there's 2 different types of people, right?
Yeah.
I get it. Not everybody wants to run their own business, but it comes with passion and vision.
It does too, yeah.
And when you're an entrepreneur, honestly, it's a lot of work, but it doesn't feel like a lot.
And that's the thing.
Yeah,
it's finding your passion and finding what you love, and that's what's getting you up out of bed. And when it's not, then it's time to take a look at what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's an area in your life that you need a little bit of extra help to pick that area up, to find your passion again, to figure yourself out. Because it's natural and it's normal for us to kind of fall off and maybe not be as passionate about our job, and then it's well, what can we do to be passionate about it again? Right?
No.
I love the sitting back going, what the fuck am I doing?
Right?
Yeah. And a lot of and like you were saying, Tiffany, some people doing the 9-to-5, that's awesome
and
too, and they're super happy with it, and that's really awesome.
Yeah.
But maybe there's something a little twinkle in your eye that it's this thought that is not going away of something you really want to do. This is your sign. Do it.
Yes.
Because here Cheryl is talking to her sister at 3 a.m. breastfeeding, be like, let's open this. What? Wham! Manifested that shit, and here you are.
Yes.
Well,
it's amazing.
I love the idea of just having the confidence and knowing that it's possible.
Yeah.
You saw a possibility and you're there's nothing that can stop you. Where a lot of people will use these barriers, and it's a really good excuse to not go forward, right?
Yeah.
It really took a lot, because even, up till I want to say 8 months ago, I was working as a finance director at a car dealership, and I was making a ton of money, but I had my I was kind of over the fence. It was 1 foot here and another foot there, and I really couldn't focus on one or the other. And so eventually it came to a point where me and Cass said, okay, now's the time. We either jump in
balls to the fucking wall
with everything, or we just let it go.
Gary Vee talks about that. Do you listen to Gary Vee?
Sometimes.
Gary Vaynerchuk?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
He's one of the top entrepreneur.
Almost like a Tony Robbins kind of.
He started.
Speaker, right?
Well, yes, in his own way. He started with his family business, and that just took off. And now he's just he just helps other entrepreneurs make money and like help them refocus their vision and like really break down what it is that's really standing in someone's way. But he does say that like you can't do more than one thing at once. Like you won't have your full focus. Yeah.
And I felt like, you know, I was holding us back quite a bit, like when I was doing that. Because I was still doing the services, and then I was working like 10, 12-hour days at my other job.
Holy shit.
And then like trying to schedule like the kids, and my husband was just like at home, like he was like a stay-at-home dad most of the time with the kids, because he has his 9-to-5 job, and then he's dealing with all of the kids. So I'm like, okay, now's the time. We're just gonna take the leap.
Yeah, for you, I love that you're saying that. Take the leap.
So we took the leap, and it's been good since. Yeah, like we had like a couple, like 1 or 2 slow months, but it's been like phenomenal, like considering that we've only really been open since January 2020.
Awesome.
And then we were shut down for the pandemic, right, for about 3 to 4 months. And
how'd that do for you?
Stressful.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it was stressful because we're like, oh crap, what have we done? Like we have all these machines that we're leasing.
Shit.
And then but at the same time, me and Cassie had our jobs, so we kind of had that like sense of like comfort. We're like, okay, well, this is good. Then after, that's when it was like everything started getting really, really good, and that's when we're like, okay, we really have to focus and see.
Okay,
it's
well,
like
that's awesome.
Yeah, and it's like where you put your energy, it's gonna flow. Yeah. So it was a really good opportunity for you to say, okay, well, Skin District is what it's gonna be for us, and you're doing it. So good for you.
And like skin and beauty has always been mine and Cassie's passion.
Yeah.
Like it started at like my mom used to work, so we're from Singapore, and my mom used to work for Estee Lauder.
Ooh.
And so she used to get these kits, these makeup kits.
My gosh.
I remember when we were younger, I remember there's this one like red makeup kit, and my mom would come home from work, and this is how she would hang out with us. She would lay in bed and she'd pretend like we're at a spa. And she would like do my makeup, and she would sleep, she would nap while me and Cassie would be there with this like red makeup kit from Estee Lauder. And we would just like start applying makeup on her. So it started at like a really young age with my love for makeup. And then with Cassie, it was like, you know, she was like really like all through high school, she was really into skincare. Like she would always give me like all these tips and tricks, and she's like, okay, well, if you do this with your skin, your concealer is going to work better when you do it this way. And we kind of like worked really well together in that
tag
sense.
team.
I love that.
Yeah, so it was just like, so it just made sense for us to like do this together.
Yeah.
Because it's just always been kind of in our blood since we were younger. Yeah.
I love hearing these stories, like what
too.
you were doing when you were a kid.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes
It's
they
so
carry
good.
out,
Right?
sometimes they don't, but when they do, it's a pretty amazing story.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's so nice. So that's why we love like the beauty industry, and like, you know, we also love having people feel included. I think a lot of the times, you know, me and Cassie used to go all the way to Vancouver to get our treatments done. We go to different like medi spas to like do facials, or like, you know, even go for Botox or fillers.
Yeah.
And we never felt like we were welcomed. I don't know how to explain it. At least for myself, I never felt like I was welcomed. I always felt like, because I, you know, maybe I would, because I'm very like, I'm a casual, like I dress like I'm usually in sweats or scrubs. Like I barely get dressed up. And so when I'm going, I'm like hair in a bun, in sweatpants.
And being instantly judged.
Instantly.
Yeah.
People are just like automatically like, oh, she doesn't look like she has enough money, so she shouldn't be here.
Holy shit.
I totally know what you're talking about. 100%.
So I used to always feel just like, I'm here to get like a nice treatment done.
Yeah.
You're paying
Not
all
to
this
be
money.
judged.
Automatically I get judged the moment I walk into this door, and it's like, and so that was one of the other things that me and Cassie wanted, was that we wanted a place where it's like, no matter where you come from, who you are, you're welcomed.
Yeah. Aww,
And like, you know, every time someone walks in, I like always greet them the same way I would greet every single person.
Yeah.
And give them like that time. And I feel like at other places, I never really had that.
Well, it goes in with the beauty industry. It's about the experience.
Yeah.
And that's something that probably resonated the most with me when it came to like working with just other people. It's that energy transfer instead of just looking at them like a number.
Yeah.
It's like oh, this bitch is here for treatment.
Let's do an extra. Let's like add on this. Let's do that. But yeah, you guys have such beautiful energy, and everybody feels so. It's like a family. You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, you're a number and you walk in. It's really nice.
I know. I have lots of clients that come in and they say, I just love talking to you, and it feels like we have therapy here. Yes. And it feels like therapy for me too. Yes. Like sometimes when I have my customers in there and I'm like, some days I'm like, oh, this is all I needed was just to talk to my customers. And like feel like they're helping me, because
it's true.
And it's like vice versa. So that's why I really like everyone's like, well, are you gonna stop doing the services? And just like, and I was like, I don't think I ever want to stop doing the services, because I feel like it really helps me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
Just like having that like connection with people. I think that's why I like doing what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah.
And it's like making somebody leave feeling beautiful.
Yeah,
right?
Feeling good about themselves.
And you do Halloween, you do like incredible makeup. I've seen like all the bridal parties, and even just like people that are getting photo shoots.
Yeah.
I'd love to have you do my makeup one time. I haven't experienced that. Yeah, she's incredible.
I love that.
So good. Okay, so and your sister also, you do eyebrows as well.
Yes.
My mom had her eyebrows done by you.
She got microbladed or powder brows? No, she did the powder brows with me, I believe.
Yeah. Probably.
And what's the difference?
Sure. Yeah.
So microblading is the hair strokes. So that's like the individual hair strokes, and we're using a blade to give you that like hair stroke effect. Powder brows is with a tattoo gun, and that gives you more of like the makeup look. So I have powder brows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so
you have no makeup on them?
No makeup on them.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this one, that's powder brows. So it's nice so that I don't have to fill them in all the time. Yeah. So if you're someone that wears like tons of makeup, then I would suggest doing powder brows. Or if you're more natural and you're just day to day, you don't wear mascara or anything, then do microblading. Because with microblading, I feel like you still have to fill them in sometimes.
Yeah.
Whereas with powder brows, you don't. Like I never have to fill my eyebrows in.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the powder brows last longer than microblading as well.
Oh, they do?
Good to know.
Yeah. I think microblading is 1 year to 2 years, and then powder brows is 3 to 5 years.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. I'm way over.
Let's talk about, I haven't experienced this yet, but I am soon, the jet peel. No, jet
peel.
Yeah, jet peel facial. Actually, I did experience the machine after.
You got the infusion.
She did. Okay, tell them about the infusion.
Okay,
after the Scarlet. Yeah, so cool.
So the jet peel is like a power washer for your face.
It
you should
is.
see this thing. It's literally like a power washer for your face.
I can imagine.
No, I was like, it's so great.
It's like if you think of your pores being like a little like crevice, and then this like jet going through it, and it's literally like pushing everything out.
Takes the blackheads out.
Yes.
No, just by we're gonna do this, but it's like
it like removes your blackheads. Like when I'm doing this on people, like I have a video on my Instagram, and you can actually see. Sometimes I'm like, oh.
I'm gonna dodge that.
Some days I'm like, oh, I should be wearing like goggles while I'm doing this, because it's like
blackheads in the
blackheads
flying
out, and I'm like, oh. But it does like I have a video, and it's like we're doing the jet peel on someone's nose, and you can literally see their blackheads just like flying out of their
I want
head.
Okay, when I do mine, I want a video.
Yeah.
I am tripped out.
It's so crazy because and it's kind of like the newest like facial, like compare, like I don't know if you've had a hydrofacial done before.
No,
I haven't. So the hydrofacial is like more of a suction.
Oh.
It suctions your blackheads out, but because of that suction, it's almost pulling the skin, so it can cause like.
Is that a microdermabrasion?
Kinda like a microdermabrasion mixed with like the suction with liquid, and then it's trying to infuse serums in there.
Right.
But with the jet peel, because it's more, it's less invasive. And the jets they're still like, even though they're really strong, they're still really gentle on your skin, and it's just like gently like pushing everything out.
Well,
yeah,
so awesome.
I have to try.
And then so for you, we did the CBD infusion.
That was insane.
Yeah, and that's really good after the Scarlet, because CBD helps with inflammation. Mm-hmm. So it helps to settle that inflammation. I think your redness gone?
Gone.
Yeah.
Like the next day. So when you first get it done, like I was like quite red.
Yeah.
But man, after that CBD, it just like, it
calms
felt a little bit, it still felt like sunburny.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the night, my parents were like, did you even get it done? Like, whoa. And it's like that CBD just like killed everything.
Oh, Interesting.
It helps like the inflammation to go down. It settles your skin so you don't get as much irritation.
Yeah.
Because sometimes without the CBD infusion, I find that, you know, if someone's skin's really sensitive, it can cause like a breakout, or it can cause like your skin to like be irritated a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously because with the needles and the radio frequency, but with that CBD infusion, it really calms everything down, and then by the next day you're done.
Yeah.
There's like no like downtime really.
No, it's great. And the thing is like I did experience a little bit of a breakout in different areas, and that's just normal.
Yeah.
Because it's cleansing. It's like
it's purging.
pulling it out, and it's like the other thing when it was a little bit painful. It's like, hey, you know what? A little bit of pain and a lot of beauty. So I'm like, I'll take it.
Beauty's painful sometimes.
Yeah, and sometimes it can be. And another thing that the girls at Skin District do is they bring in like an incredible doctor who does like Botox and fillers. And like you guys always research and have like the best of the best. There's no like making an appointment, and you never have to worry because you guys always have incredible doctors.
Try to make sure, like, I think there was a period of time where we were like, I think 3 or 4 months without a doctor doing Botox and fillers, just because we couldn't find the right person. And so we have Dr. Rai there. He's been a plastic surgeon for over like 35 years.
Oh,
yeah.
He's like taught people how to do Botox.
Yeah, like
and
every
he
time.
He knows like what your face looks like. Ripped
like
open.
where are the muscles. Like he's like he like studies your face like crazy. Like he did my lips for me a 4 days ago. He did my lips 4 days ago, and it's like.
They
Everyone's
look amazing.
like, oh, you don't really like need your lips done.
Yeah, she does have beautiful lips.
But I'm like, I just need a little something, and I don't want it to look like, I want it to look natural.
Yeah, it does. Look
and he's really good at doing that, like just making it look natural and just like enhancing. And I think that's the biggest thing that we like at Skin District as well, is just we want to enhance what you already have.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which is a great segue for this conversation.
Yeah.
Because I found. And, you know, I was in the beauty industry for so long, and there was not enough conversation about the inner beauty and then just enhancing the beauty that you have. It was just, I just need to be pretty. Just fix me. It's like, no, you're not broken, man.
Yeah, you're already beautiful.
You're already beautiful.
Exactly as you are.
Yeah.
And that's really where it came down to, like, doing the inside work to feel beautiful, because it's almost like, if you feel confident enough and you're strutting around, that's hot.
It is hot.
It is so hot when a woman's confident.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't mean you have to have fillers and you have to have the makeup and the nails done to feel beautiful. It's just, it just elevates our confidence just a bit. Yeah. And that helps us show up differently, and the world shows up for us differently.
Yeah. Like, no, that's
100%.
True.
Right? And like doing these sorts of things, it's another alternative to Botox and fillers is these lasers for your face, these jet peels, these products. And I wanted to like touch base on some of the products that you guys sell.
Yeah. So IS Clinical.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's more of a botanical line. So a lot of it's really natural and not as harsh on your skin. One of the 2 things that if someone had to walk away with IS Clinical, I would say the cleanser, because you gave me samples. Love
the
cleanser or the active serum. Those are like the 2 staples. Like that, I'm like, I will send people home with a sample, and I swear like 80% of people will come back and like, I'm buying this. Like I don't know why I haven't had this in my life for the last like few years. Like, and they come back all the time, and it's like it makes such a huge difference with my skin texture and my skin tone. Like I used to have like hormonal like acne all over my face after my second.
Your skin looks amazing.
And so now it's like after using like the cleansing complex, active serum, and obviously all the treatments that's been put together, it makes such a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Reminds me of a reel I just watched.
What? Say it.
This guy, he's like, you know, aging sucks, and you know, it's hard to get girls. But when you have adult acne, you look like you're 16 again.
Oh my gosh.
That definitely did not feel like I looked 16 after.
It's like it's not the.
I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like, I never had acne all through high school, and like after my second, like that hormonal acne was the worst. Like everyone's like when I told people that my skin was bad, and then if they saw me in person without makeup, they're like, whoa, yep, your skin's bad.
Wow.
And it just goes to show too, like your internal health, your external health, mind, body, soul connection, and the stress.
Yeah.
And I bet you could go back to that time and you could go, well, what was going on?
Yeah.
And it probably had a lot to do with a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And my diet, like everything,
Oh,
like it was
yeah.
literally switching from like I wasn't drinking enough water.
Yeah.
And like, you know, having a new baby, it's like it's all of it
Hormones.
getting tied together.
Our body's just going crazy after having a child.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
It's like all these things just go through my mind. I'm just like, okay, streptococcus, all this medical medium information. I'm like, okay, you need to be on this, this, and this. Your liver, your that.
Right?
My mind just goes to like, let's heal it.
I know.
Yeah.
So
That's my favorite thing
100%.
to do. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know there are so many questions, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, tip for everybody watching and listening, like 2 things. So worst thing that people can do for their face. Like what is it, the worst thing that you could recommend to not to do? Like for the health of your skin, like breakouts, like that sort of thing. Sorry to put you
Honestly,
on
the
spot.
worst, that's okay. The worst thing, I've had so many customers come in and tell me that they hate water. Like they don't drink water.
Okay.
And I'm like, I know it's like not like something that you're applying on your skin, but I've had like multiple clients being like, I don't like drinking water. And like that's the first thing I'm like, are you drinking enough water? Like you need to drink like enough water to hydrate your skin so your skin's not angry with you.
Yeah, okay.
So that would be like my biggest tip is water.
Okay.
I know lots of people are coming in with mask issues now.
Yes. Lots.
Like with breakouts with wearing the mask.
Okay.
One thing I always tell like some people that they don't understand is that we have bacteria in our mouth, and if you're not changing that mask like every 2 to 3 hours, that bacteria that's in your mouth is sitting on the mask and then it's sitting on your face and it's causing you to break out.
So like take that mask off
Yeah.
as fast as you can.
Yeah, and
I would
and
carry a
change
couple
it.
masks.
Carry a couple
with
masks.
you.
Well, you just think even the, like, because I was thinking about the material ones, because I don't use
Yeah.
the other ones. Same thing.
Same thing. You just
just
change it up.
full of
yeah.
You gotta change it.
And like another thing with that is that I always tell that mouthwash, the Listerine mouthwash. There's like a gold one.
I
It's
just
like,
don't use any of those things at
I
all.
know.
So I'm like,
Sorry.
no. But
but
anyways.
like if you do use mouthwash, that Listerine mouthwash that really tastes horrible
Bernie.
and Bernie, it kills the bacteria in your mouth.
Oh, okay.
And so if you're doing that 3 times a day to kill that, like to get rid of that bacteria in your mouth, it's not sitting on the mask and then in turn sitting in your skin.
Totally.
So you're not getting that maskne or that like the mask.
Masney?
Yes.
Another tip is tea tree oil. Put tea tree oil on your
Yeah, that works
toothpaste.
too,
This
yeah.
is what I do. Takes any plaque off my
Yes.
teeth. It whitens my teeth. I'm obsessed with tea tree
Anything
oil.
that can get rid of the bacteria in your
Got it.
mouth is all that matters. So
Yes.
whether it's tea tree oil or if you use the Listerine mouthwash to
Yeah.
get rid of the bacteria, do it 2 to 3 times a day.
Good
Yeah.
tip.
You're not gonna get
That's
like
a
that
really good
breakout.
tip.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's like the one thing, and I found that like most people are coming in with like that problem of their masks, and and you can see it too because it's all here and then it goes up this way into their forehead. Because you're breathing and the air with the bacteria is going into your forehead and you're causing that breakout on your forehead.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
You guys did a reel, something on makeup wipes. Can you elaborate, please?
Yes, so makeup wipes are just like not the best for your skin, and I know like a lot of people they're just like and it's pulling and it's all the chemicals that are on there. It's clogging your pores and it's really not cleansing, and so it's almost like you're like with the makeup wipes you're like putting a compactor on your face and you're just like only cleaning the surface and then you're compacting the rest of the dirt into your pores.
Okay.
So we always try to recommend double cleansing.
Okay.
So with double cleansing, you want to use like an oil base. Like you can use something like, I know there's a Clinique cleansing balm that sometimes I recommend to people, or I use I can never say this word right.
That's okay.
Jubaju or Ubu.
No, haven't
Oil?
heard of it.
That's the
jojoba.
Yes, I never
So
pronounced
cute.
that right.
Jubaju.
Jubaju.
So fucking
So
cute.
cute. I
Um,
love you.
That like I get that from Roots, and sometimes
Yes.
I'll just use that and
Yes,
I'll like put it in
perfect.
my hands and I'll use it to wipe off my makeup.
Perfect.
And then I go in with the cleansing complex.
Perfect.
Okay.
You want to get some sort of like oil base, like really get your makeup off, and then go in with the cleanser. Or if you don't wear as much makeup, the cleansing complex is fantastic to just get your makeup off. But you want to double cleanse, so you're cleansing one time
Yeah.
and then the second time.
Question. So
Yeah.
I use these organic natural baby wipes.
Yeah.
And then I put on it it's like an oil-free makeup remover, and then I cleanse my face.
Yeah.
But it's probably still not ideal using the wiping motion.
Yeah, because it's just pulling at
so
your
I'm
skin.
gonna just do the jojoba. Because it makes sense.
Yes.
It's like oil removing it. So then you just use it with your hands to remove it?
Yeah, I just use it with my hands to remove it. Yeah.
What about the eyes? Like I wear like...
I literally go in like this.
Okay.
On my eyes very gentle, because you don't want anything that's pulling and tugging at your skin, because that's how you get wrinkles as well. So when people are going in with like, you know,
vigorous,
like with like their makeup wipes and they're like rubbing this hard, that's how like, you know, when you're like in your 50s and you're getting like those like crow's feet, or you're getting the saggy eyelids.
Wow.
So you want to really like not tug at your skin as much as possible, and just very gently like try to... It's a little bit more time when you're cleansing your face, but it's just... It helps to like really clean everything out. Yeah.
And sleeping in your makeup.
No sleeping in your makeup. That's the worst.
So there's been moments in my life where I'm laying in bed, and I'm sure all women are going to be like, I've
100%.
been there. I'm laying there, I'm like, I got to brush my teeth still. I need to wash my face. And then I'm like, fall asleep. Fuck it. Lights out. But no, I pay for it because I break out easily. So it's not worth it, guys. And I'm taking my own advice.
I have my husband trained now. So like sometimes I'll go out for a night, and like, you know, you come home and you're like really, really drunk. And you're like, I can't make it to the sink.
Oh my gosh.
He'll literally like wipe my makeup off from me with like, he'll like help me to get my makeup off because he knows that I can't do it. He's like, let me help you.
Good job. Good training.
Because I'd be like, my skin.
It's true though. It's good.
Funny.
That's awesome.
So I'm like, you need to get this off my face.
That's smart.
Yeah, so
I need to train Cassius. I'm like, hey, Cassius,
wash your
face.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh my god.
Right?
I want to just talk to the audience real quick for those who do not like to drink water. I'm going to tell you why you don't like to drink water. And it's because it probably tastes plain. And it probably tastes plain because you eat too much sugar or processed foods.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes, because when you are not eating whole foods, you're eating like sweets or like carbonated, whatever, anything that's unnatural, your pH level in your body is off.
Yeah. And
everything that is natural tastes like plain. Like you're just like, you can't really taste anything.
Much sense.
Yes. So stop with the stevia. Stop with the diet, the sugar-free. Enough with the coffee. Have 1 cup in the morning. Like, it doesn't need to be all day. If you're having troubles with your water, throw a little bit of lemon in it.
Throw
like
ginger.
Some orange or
freaking cucumber.
Cucumber.
So good. And another thing that's a good tip is throw yourself a reminder in your phone. Like at 2 o'clock, say like a little alarm that goes off that says, hey, drink some fucking water.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The one thing
you're looking a little dry. You're looking a little dehydrated. You look like an old apple that's been sitting there for...
I know, and I can tell when people don't drink water because like even with the jet peel, when we're doing the jet peel on them, their skin's like soaking up everything that's going on their skin because there's no water inside of them.
Zero hydration.
That it's like oh my gosh, I need this water, and it's like holds on to that liquid for its dear life.
Oh my gosh.
So and you can tell like when people are not drinking enough water. It's so crazy because your skin needs it.
There's so much. Well, your skin is an indication of like a result of why you're dehydrated, but guys, water is like, our bodies are made up of 80%.
I think it's actually 90.
water.
It's like 90 something percent.
Something.
It's crazy.
This will affect your mood. It affects, the lubrication of your organs, your stool, like whether you're
weight loss
or not.
Weight loss.
Oh my gosh,
beauty,
it's huge.
sleep,
recovery, sex.
You got to be a well-lubed oil machine,
Well, it's true. I mean, and if you're not drinking enough water, that's just like the beginning stages before something really complicated can happen. And again, that's part of your self-care.
And a lot of people are just going off of coffee, and you're dehydrating your liver to the point where it can't even function. It needs to be hooked up to a damn IV, and that's what you have to do is give it water. Anyway, I think everybody got the point. You need water.
Drink water.
What else? Are we missing something? Oh, you guys, do you have some sort of like gift boxes or something for Christmas coming
Yes,
up?
so we have all Christmas kits, which I'm
Yay!
really excited about. There's 3 Christmas kits, but then the ones that I really like, we have a Glow Luminous collection that helps with like hyperpigmentation, so any like sunspots or like age spots that people have like accumulated over the summertime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that really helps to like clear out your
Me too.
complexion. And then there's the Active Peel, which is the newest like treatment, like it's a 15-day treatment package that you're gonna use this every other day for 15 days. And it's gonna give you that nice like fresh glow. Like, you know how you see that glowy skin like Kim Kardashian has when she's on the beach and
Like
she's
when you're
just, like,
pregnant.
glistening.
You're first pregnant.
Oh yeah, when you're pregnant.
You're
And you
"You're
get that glow.
glowing." I'm like, I'm not pregnant.
So this gives you that glow. So I haven't like personally tried it myself, but then I'm gonna do like a full video next week.
Ooh, exciting.
Kind of like explaining how it goes and like just it's kind of a spin-off of that active serum that I let you try.
Yeah, I love it. I
Yeah.
put it on last night.
Yeah, so this is like a more intense version of it that really helps like if you have like a special event to go to and you want to.
Tiffany does soon. Her birthday. Her
I
40th.
think I might need to make.
I was just
an
gonna say
appointment
you should have a little,
Chat-
little
chat
visit.
Yes.
It would be so exciting.
Yeah, it really helps with that glow. So especially like during Christmas time, like all the Christmas dinners and parties and stuff.
Yes.
These are the main 2 kits that are fantastic for giving you that glow. We also have a hydration kit. In the winter time, because it's so dry out and the cold weather is so harsh on your skin.
Sure, almost everybody could use a hydration.
Yeah, so this like helps to rehydrate your skin and like it's with hydration it gives you that glow as well. But I like those are my 2 favorite kits.
That's awesome.
I think my best glow was after my first, and I had an emergency cesarean.
Yeah.
But I had
Ivy.
IV.
Oh.
And when I came out of the hospital, I was like, oh my god, my skin was so good.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
I couldn't drink enough water to make my skin look like that again. Like I've never been able to do
Amazing.
it.
So maybe we just need to hook ourselves
Look at
up.
IV.
Yeah.
Actually, I used
Or
to
do
go
the
and
jet
get IV
peel.
pills.
Yeah.
Like I've had
that's
people like they do the jet peel and they're like, oh, my skin looks like I just went for like an IV, like the vitamin infusions that you get.
It's true.
Yeah, because we infuse so many different types of like vitamins into your skin with the jet peel.
Yeah.
So and then you can also infuse hyaluronic acid into your
Yes,
skin, so
girl.
it gives you that fullness, that lift that you're looking for. Yes.
You guys, you have to book in with Cheryl or one of the girls because they are incredible. They know what is up with your skin and they're going to handle everything from start to finish. So whatever results you're looking for, they're going to be direct and honest. That's what we need. We need skin specialists and also people that are going to tell us the truth, not just take your money.
Yes.
So why don't you share the offer that
we're going to do 15% for all your followers off any service at Skin District. And then they just have to say that they found us through you guys, so Raw Babe. So that when you guys book in, there's going to be a little form that you're going to fill out. It's going to ask you where you've heard, how you heard about us, and then you're just going to click off Raw Babes.
Raw Babes 101. We have our own little
That's awesome.
little thing that they'll tick off.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And that's for services?
Services, that's for services. For
Yeah.
products, we haven't come up with like some sort of offer yet, but if we do, we'll send it your way.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
No, services is
definitely.
huge.
Yeah.
Like services is everything, and like
Yes.
that's such a beautiful, generous gift.
Yes.
So lucky you guys!
Yes.
Merry Christmas! Thank you to Skin District. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's amazing. Well,
Look
we're
at the time.
approaching
We're
our
good.
time.
Pull
Thank
a
you so much
card.
for having me
Oh
here.
my gosh, you're
Yes.
amazing, and like I'm just so grateful that we've
Yeah.
had this opportunity because what you and your sisters are doing
Oh,
is
thank you.
really good. So keep it up.
I'm so
Very
excited.
exciting.
Yeah.
And we're always rooting for the women
Oh,
starting
thank
their
you.
own businesses
Yeah.
and
Boss
rocking
babes,
it.
mamas.
Oh, yeah. Well, because we know what it's like. I mean, we have kids too, and
Yeah.
life is hard already. And when
Right.
you're running a business and a family, like
Have to
Actually,
support
why don't
one
we
another.
share where you guys are located and the fact that we didn't even say that.
Oh
Maple
yeah,
Ridge.
so we're located in Maple Ridge, so we're right off of Selkirk and 224th. We're a small little studio, but
It's beautiful.
it's nice and peaceful and calm in there. I try to like
zen it out.
zen it out. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pull a card
Yeah, so
to end the
excited.
show.
Kristen's pulling a card for us, for the collective, for all of our listeners. We always
There we
have
go.
something that
That's
has
the one.
to do with the show.
Ooh, break the chain. Ancestral patterns. Healing. Rewriting the future.
Ooh.
That's good.
That is
Well,
good.
I love it. It's basically like coming out of the cave, coming out of the darkness, coming out of your shadow, stepping into the light. And it goes just hand in hand with skin. It's like, take care of yourself, do that extra self-care, get out of the darkness. And this could be a perfect calling for, you know, those busy moms and actually men too. Like, you're always so busy. Take that break and book an appointment. Get that facial. That little change does so much. You can like wake up feeling just that little bit better. And go have a little counseling session with Cheryl. Spread the love.
Well, it's all about self-care, guys.
It is.
And when you do your self-care, that elevates our energy and
Makes you
vibrations.
feel better.
God, yeah. And then, like you said earlier, you show up differently.
Yeah.
The world shows up differently.
You got that extra like pep in your step, and
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, you know what? I got this today.
Yeah, I love that.
It makes it easier.
Totally.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna put all of your information in our show notes.
Yeah.
And all the things. So
Totally.
yeah, thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
on. You're
You're
absolutely
amazing.
gorgeous.
You're beautiful.
Thank
And
you
your
so
spa
much.
voice.
Right?
I love it.
You're so awesome. Love it.
Amazing.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thanks, Kristen.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Titi.
You guys are the best.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Bye.
Okay, bye.